Lewis, if I could start with you, it's such a great ensemble cast. I wonder if you could tell me about working with the likes of Bill Camp and Alfre Woodard.
Yeah, I know. We had some real heavyweights in there. It was, it's some of it's like those times in your creative journey that come and go, but they're like moments where you're equally inspired as you are discouraged because you're kind of like, okay, well, I'm never going to be able to really do that. But then you're also like kind of intrigued when you watch them up close because you're like, well, I want to try. I want to at least attempt to, I think like yeah, I've been such fans of theirs for so long. And so it's fun to be able to work alongside them and to get into this kind of like, you have to be this kind of movie only works if you have like full conviction. You can't be like aware that it is a vampire movie. You have to treat it like it's any other kind of drama. Otherwise you can feel it and you can smell it from far away. And so it was cool I think the way that they treated it, there was a good trickle down amongst us, and or at least me. It felt like, you know okay, we're in good hands.
Yeah. And how does it feel for both of you now to be part of this like on-screen Stephen King lore with like you've got films like The Green Mile, Shawshank Redemption, and It, and now Salem's Lot?
Yeah, monumental, prolific.
Yeah.
Got any other adjectives to add?
Prolific is a great one. Yeah, I feel like he just has an infinite imagination. Like, I wonder what his days look like, how he fuels that thing. What kind of intellectual property, nutritional input is he using? And I want a taste of that.
Yeah.
And the two of you have really great chemistry on screen. I'm gonna ask you to awkwardly talk about each other in front of one another now. What was it like together?
Um, well, it was a great joy. It was my favorite scenes were whenever we got to do stuff together because it was just we felt so comfortable with each other. And I was just saying this before, like Mackenzie really does a lot of work, and a lot of stuff that areas that I hadn't really thought to touch on. And so really, I felt like I really got to know you through understanding how you were going into this and how you work and how you saw this world, and kind of just like expanding my sense of the world through all the work that stealing from you, I guess, stealing all of your cheating off of your chest. No, but like, it's just Mac has such a beautiful way of kind of approaching this weird thing, acting, and so and doing this kind of movie was one of my first kind of movies like this. So it was really helpful to be able to just like have somebody who was so thoughtful and who you respected so much. You have to be able to bounce stuff off of.
That's it's been a certain amount of time that genuinely, if you asked me what my prep was, I'd be like, I learned my lines, I think. Like, I'm like, yeah, I think I did a homework. I think I did all the things.
Feel like you were watching a lot of stuff and you
Yeah.
recommended movies that I had never seen or heard of.
Mm. Yeah.
And it- yeah, and you just like really like dissected the script really diligently.
Gary's writing is so incredible. It's so fun to dissect. Like he just gives you like every line has a purpose, everything has intent, which is not always the case. And so yeah, there is just kind of like a wealth of things to unpack because he's created such a perfect puzzle for us to then kind of go in and like yeah, like
Yeah, true, true.
Yeah. And I guess my final question would be, without getting into too much spoilery territory, what was it like for both of you on the days on set when everyone else around you was just made up in all of their vampire getup?
You have more experience actually with that than I.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, I mean, we were talking about Alex Ward, who had, well, five,
Oh,
6 hours in makeup. And if he came onto set, I feel like they kind of had to warn the kids if he was showing up.
Yeah,
You know,
he's also
it
like,
was like
even
genuine.
without makeup, he's like a magnificent being to walk through a door frame. Like he's just
Yeah,
like,
yeah, that's true.
yeah, he's his own species. He's a beautiful, like just like shape of water type guy.
Mhm.
And so yeah, that was, and just the way that he brought all of the makeup to life was so fun to watch. And you know, yeah, he really, yeah. I think
That
watch.
and kid vampires, which I just always want to get in there.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys!